My name is Eleanor Sterling, and I turned 65 the night my family decided to bury me alive, not in a grave, but in an assisted living home. It was supposed to be my birthday dinner, a celebration of life, love, and the years I'd given to my family. Instead, it became the night I learned just how cruel the people you love most can be. That Friday evening, I put on my favorite navy blue dress, the one my late husband, Robert, used to say made me look like I owned the world. I styled my silver hair neatly, put on the pearl earrings he had given me on our 20th anniversary, and smiled at my reflection. "You still got it, Eleanor," I whispered. I had no idea what storm awaited me. When I arrived at Bella Vista Grill, the same restaurant where we'd celebrated so many family milestones, I saw my son, Jason, and his wife, Kiara, sitting near the window. Jason looked nervous, playing with his napkin. Kiara, as always, looked perfect, a red dress, flawless makeup, and that smile I never trusted. "Happy birthday, Eleanor," she said too loudly, her voice dripping with sweetness that felt like poison. She hugged me briefly, the kind of hug that ends before it even begins. Jason kissed my cheek gently. We ordered dinner. For a moment, it almost felt normal. We talked about the weather, Jason's job, and Kiara's new plans to redecorate their house, a house, they didn't know, that I still owned and quietly paid for. After dessert, Kiara dabbed her lips with her napkin and leaned forward. "Eleanor, there's something we need to talk about." Something in her tone chilled me. She looked at Jason, who nodded like a nervous child. "Well," she continued, "we just don't think it's safe for you to live alone anymore. You've been forgetting things lately. Jason and I found this lovely senior living community, Sunset Gardens. You'll have people to help you, 24-hour care, activities, it'll be fun." I felt my chest tighten. "An assisted living facility," I said quietly. "An assisted living community," Jason corrected quickly. "Mom, we just want what's best for you." I stared at my son, my only child. The boy who once cried in my arms when he lost his first tooth. The same boy who promised he'd take care of me forever. Kiara smiled sweetly. "We've already made the arrangements. You'll move in Monday. Don't worry, we'll pack your things." That was it. The knife in the heart. But I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I smiled. And in that moment, I realized something: they weren't taking control of my life. I was taking it back. "Well," I said calmly, sipping my wine, "if this is my last dinner as a free woman, I should enjoy it." Kiara chuckled smugly. "Don't see it that way, Eleanor. Think of it as a new chapter." I smiled, setting my glass down slowly. "You're right, dear. This is my last dinner with you. And it's also your last dinner in a house of your own." Her smile faltered. Jason blinked in confusion. "What do you mean?" Kiara asked, her voice suddenly uncertain. "You'll find out tomorrow," I said, standing up. I placed enough cash on the table to cover the bill and left without another word. That night, alone in my living room surrounded by photos of Robert and Jason as a boy, I poured myself a glass of wine and made a single phone call. "Mr. Martinez," I said when my lawyer answered. "It's time. Tomorrow morning, please come by. My family needs a reminder of who owns what." The next morning, Saturday, dawned clear and cold. When Edward Martinez arrived, briefcase in hand, he already knew what was coming. "So," he said, sitting across from me, "they finally crossed the line." "Yes," I replied, handing him the documents. "It's time to set things right." For years, I had let them believe I was just an aging widow living off a pension. What they didn't know was that Robert and I had quietly invested in real estate for decades. I owned multiple houses, including the one they lived in. "Let's begin with the eviction," Edward said. "You're the legal owner of the Maple Street property. They have 1 week to vacate." I nodded. "Make sure everything is handled lawfully, but firmly." "And the bank transfers?" "Cancel them all. I've been paying their mortgage, utilities, even their vacations. No more." He smiled faintly. you're stronger than they ever gave you credit for. After he left, I called Jason. Mom, he said softly. Are you okay? You left so fast last night. I'm fine, I replied. But you need to come over. Alone. Kiara and I were just. Jason, I interrupted. Come alone. You'll thank me later. He arrived 20 minutes later, looking pale and uneasy. Mom, what's going on? I handed him the property deeds and the eviction notice. Read it, I said. His hands trembled. Mom, what is this? It's your reality, I said quietly. The house you live in is mine. Every bill, every payment, I covered it. While Kiara played her games, I paid for her throne. He looked devastated. I didn't know. I know you didn't, I said softly. Because you stopped asking. Tears welled in his eyes. Mom, I never wanted. I know, Jason. But you let it happen. He nodded slowly, guilt replacing confusion. What are you going to do? I'm giving you both 7 days to move out, I said, my voice calm but steady. After that, the locks change. Maybe then, you'll understand that respect is not inherited, it's earned. For a long moment, silence hung between us. Then, quietly, Jason whispered, I'm so sorry, Mom. I walked to him and placed my hand on his cheek, the same cheek I had kissed goodnight 1,000 times when he was little. I know, I said softly. And that's why I'm giving you a chance to start over, without her. He looked down, tears streaming. She won't understand. She doesn't have to, I said, turning toward the window. This was never about her understanding. It was about you remembering who your mother is. A week later, Jason returned, alone. He handed me a small box. Inside was the pearl bracelet Robert had once given me, the one Kiara had borrowed and never returned. I found it while packing, he said quietly. I think it belongs with you. I smiled, tears finally spilling down my cheeks. Welcome home, Jason. That night, we sat together in the same dining room where Robert once read bedtime stories. For the first time in years, I felt peace. They had tried to take away my independence, but instead, I had reclaimed my dignity. Because sometimes, life doesn't end when they think it should. Sometimes, it begins again, at 65.